DiGiorno fully stuffed crust pizza with an extra layer of cheese. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Hi, I'm Bella from Colorado, USA. Please like and subscribe. My mom came from a line of amazing horse riders, and our ranch was filled with trophies collected over generations. It was her dream that my sister Nora and I follow in her footsteps. We both learned to ride horses as soon as we could walk. But Nora was 2 years older and got a head start in life. And well, I could never seem to catch up. She always had straight A's in school. She was naturally athletic. And with her auburn hair and blue eyes, she was beautiful. Even though Mom loved us both, it wasn't hard to guess who her favorite child was. When I was in the 3rd grade, Mom threw a big birthday party for me and invited all our relatives. But everyone's focus the whole time was on freaking Nora. Such a pretty girl. You already look like a celebrity, darling. I'd been so excited about my new dress, but now I was just feeling angrier by the second. It's like I was invisible with Nora in the same room. Suddenly, I let out an ear-splitting scream and fell to the ground. Oh my God, I'm in so much pain. My tummy hurts so bad. Everyone came running to me and Mom rushed me to the hospital. I was happy I'd ruined the party for everyone, and they would have all just left. But hours later, we got back home to find a mess. I'm so sad you missed your party, Bella, but I made sure the guests had a good time, and I thanked everyone for your presents. I'm glad you're feeling better now. All I could feel was an urge to slap Nora. She just had my birthday without me. As we grew older, I slipped more into the background. I loved horses and could ride well, but it was obvious who the star in the family was. By the time she was 13, Nora had started participating in competitions and was super popular in school. And I'd grown into an awkward kid who was into sci-fi novels and mostly preferred to eat lunch alone in the gym. Once when I was in 7th grade, I was reading under a tree on our ranch when I heard a noise above me. Suddenly, a boy fell down, and I managed to miss him by an inch. Gosh, you nearly killed me. Who are you and where'd you come from? Fell down straight from heaven. I'm gonna punch you in your face if you don't tell me. Okay. I'm Jeremy and I just moved in next door. I did something to my stepfather and he's really mad, so I'm hiding from him. What did you do? I may have given some important papers to our dog and he may have ripped them up. But trust me, my stepdad deserves it. He's not a nice guy. Come on, I'll show you a better hiding place. You can hide anytime you want. I helped him up to his feet, but he yelled out in pain. It seemed like he twisted his ankle. Just then, Nora came galloping on her horse, and Jeremy looked awestruck. Whoa, who is that goddess? Ow! You trying to break my other ankle too? Oops, sorry, it was an accident. Nora stopped by to ask who he was, and I explained. You obviously can't walk. Hop on, I'll give you a ride. The two of them rode away, and he looked like a princess who had been rescued by a knight. Why did Nora have to be such a freaking hero? And Jeremy and Nora became best friends after that day. He was also in her class at school, and soon the two were inseparable, which meant that he was always at our place. And over time, I couldn't help having a crush on him. He was smart and funny, and we had so much in common. And he loved science fiction too, and we could talk about it for hours, if Nora would let us. One day, Nora showed me an expensive bracelet. Isn't it beautiful? Jeremy gave it to me yesterday. You mean on Valentine's Day? Yeah, but just as a friend, of course. Nora, are you dumb? It's so obvious Jeremy's in love with you. What? No, he's not. You wouldn't know because you don't have any guy friends. Or any friends, actually. And you are so self-absorbed. You're completely blind to everyone's feelings. You're giving him the wrong idea by accepting that present. You don't know what you're talking about, geek, so stay out of it. I knew I was right, but there wasn't much I could do. Soon after in 8th grade, I was so excited when I found out about a huge sci-fi convention happening in town. But as I was telling Jeremy about it, Nora spoke up and said they'd already bought the tickets. Oh, that's amazing. I can't wait. I meant I just got the tickets for me and Jeremy. We're going with our friends. So I can buy my own and come with you guys, right? I can't go alone, it's too far. No, you can't come with us. Why don't you have friends of your own, Bella? Come on, Nora, what's the big deal? I'm not gonna be the only loser with my baby sister tagging along, Jeremy. We're not taking her. You don't even like sci-fi. Why are you being a witch? Jeremy, please take me along? I'm sorry, Bella. Maybe next time? I couldn't believe he was being such a coward, and my heart burned when I saw them leaving for the convention a few days later. I just wanted to hurt Nora, and I had a brilliant idea for something I could do. A week later, I was having breakfast when I heard Nora scream. She came running downstairs and waved a calendar at Mom. How could you mess up my schedule, Mom? I had a match this morning and I missed it. What are you talking about? I woke up to see 20 missed calls from my coach, and he just told me that the first match of the tournament was today. But you've written it here that it's next week. That's because I got a call from the organizers saying it was postponed. I don't understand. How could this have happened? Bella, did you have something to do with this? I don't know what you're talking about. Why don't I believe you? Oh, wait. Yes, I remember something now. Maybe I did pretend to be one of the organizers and called up Mom to tell her the wrong date. It doesn't feel good to miss out on something important, does it? The two stared at me in shock, and then Nora pounced on me. You horrible brat! How could you do this? You made me miss the convention. Who cares about that stupid thing? I'm disqualified for the whole season now. I cared. You shouldn't have been so awful to me. I hate you, Bella. I won't forgive you. Ever. Mom managed to pull Nora away, and she stormed off crying, and I was grounded for a month. For the next few days, Nora acted like I didn't exist. I hadn't realized she'd be disqualified for the entire season. Maybe I'd gone too far. I decided to apologize, but I found out that she'd left for a training camp for 2 weeks. But just 3 days later, we got some bad news. Nora had been in a riding accident. Mom immediately rushed off to camp, and when she returned with Nora, I was shocked to see her on a wheelchair. What happened? I don't want to talk to anyone, least of all you. Nora had badly injured her leg, and the doctor said that her recovery would take months. Mom was devastated, and Nora kept herself shut in her room. I didn't dare go in because I knew she wouldn't see me. One evening, I just couldn't help crying in my room when suddenly I felt someone's arm around me. Hey, why are you crying? Because Nora hates me and she'll never forgive me. I wanted to hurt her, but I never wished for something bad to happen. Of course you didn't. No one thinks that. Nora's just upset about her injury, and once she's better, she'll be fine with you, I promise. But he was wrong. Just a few days later, Mom called me into Nora's room for a talk. Nora's recovery could take up to a year. We cannot miss all the tournaments during this time. She has some modeling contracts too, and we can't lose this money. Someone from our family has to represent us, and that can only be you, Bella. But Mom, I'm not half as good as Nora. She's right about that. You've been riding a horse since you were a child, Bella. We have 3 months to train before the next match, and I believe you can do it. You have to do it. Before I could protest more, Mom left the room. Good luck trying to be me. It's not as easy as it looks, and you don't have what it takes. Nora wasn't wrong about it being hard. The training was tough, and I had a sore butt for weeks. But 3 months later, when I competed in the tournament, I actually came in third. And suddenly, I was the newcomer everyone was noticing. Sure, people just called me Nora's sister at first, but as I kept doing well in matches, more of them knew my name. But I really wasn't looking forward to Nora's modeling contracts. I was awkward, and I didn't have star quality like Nora. After her styling team worked on me, though, I was stunned at the results. I'd never felt so beautiful, and clearly others thought so too. I was receiving a lot of attention on social media, and at school, I was being treated like a completely different person. This is how people saw Nora, and I had to admit, it felt good. Wow, I'm gonna need an appointment soon to talk to you. Yeah, but I'll always make time for you. What do you think of my new look? There wasn't anything wrong with it before, but you do look lovely. For the first time, I felt like he wasn't seeing me as Nora's little sister, and it sent my heart racing. Bella, I've been meaning to ask you something. Yeah? Do you think it's a good time to tell Nora I'm in love with her? I have been for years, but she's never been clear about her feelings, and I just need to know now. My heart suddenly sank. What was I thinking? Of course, you should tell her how you feel. She'd be a moron for not loving you back. Jeremy grinned and kissed me on the cheek and then walked off happily. A few days later, I came home to see Jeremy rushing out of our house, wiping tears on his sleeve. I was a fool to think Nora ever liked me. She said she's never seen me as more than a friend, and she never will. He stormed off, and I felt so mad at Nora for leading him on all this time. I didn't see her till later at dinner, and it looked like she'd been crying, but Mom looked really excited. "Bella, I have such amazing news. You've been selected as one of the best newcomers to